G'day guys, this is going to be a very quick review of the SteelSeries Apex Raw gaming keyboard. First off, it should be worth mentioning that this is a membrane keyboard, so it is not a mechanical, so you don't get that lovely clicking sound and the lovely feedback with your cherry switches, for example. So these are membrane keys. But nonetheless, it still serves up as a pretty good gaming keyboard overall. Let's get into the features. Okay, so this keyboard is low profile, so the keys don't really have to depress it that far. I'll give you guys an idea of how far you need to depress the keys. So that's about how far it goes. It's pretty good. You get a lovely springy sort of feedback for a membrane key set. The other cool feature is the lighting. Unfortunately, the lighting it's not that bright, but I think the white it's pretty nice. It's pretty clean. My camera sucks. So there's 8 or 7 different levels of brightness. So this is the highest one at the moment. It's not particularly bright, but it's enough. It's not distracting. I think it's just at the right level at the highest setting. Another feature is that they've included a couple of bumps on the W key. I don't know if you can see that, but basically, it's a way of allowing the player to quickly find their fingers or get their way back to WASD. Personally, I found it a completely useless feature. The bumps are way too subtle to be actually noticeable, and to be honest, they could have made them bigger or gotten rid of them completely. The other cool thing is you can disable the Windows key. So if you're in game and you're fragging some noobs, you can disable this key, and it will stop the start button from coming up. So the way you do that is you press the SteelSeries key, which is located just there, and you press that key and the Windows key. So right now, if I press the Windows key, you can see it comes up. But I can go ahead and disable that right now. So I press that key and that one. And if I press the Windows key now, you can see that it doesn't come up. It's a pretty cool feature. And of course, if you want it back, you can just do the 2 key combination again. The other thing I noticed, they've included a couple of Omni directional keys here. Personally, I think these aren't that useful. In a lot of racing games, a lot of players use the good old WASD over there, or ESDF if you go that way. I personally feel the extra keys are a bit of an unnecessary addition. And over here, there's a lovely SteelSeries logo. It's shining remarkably brighter than the keys. So they probably could have put that lighting over the keys instead of to the bloody logo. The other thing you notice about the keyboard is the oversized spacebar. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. A very welcome addition. For some people, the thumb rests just below the spacebar, but if you got pretty big thumbs, then there you go. Okay, the other thing I'm going to talk about is the macro capabilities. The macro functions are pretty cool. You get 2 layers of macro keys, and there's 5 on the left side, and there's 12 extra M keys on the top there. I think it's pretty intuitive. I like it. They're very easy to press. So I can give you a bit of a side profile, so you can see that they're raised. So I can just go like that, and you can activate different macros by sliding down like that, or you can just hit it directly. It's up to you. I think it's a pretty cool feature, and SteelSeries absolutely hit the nail on the head with that one. So with the SteelSeries software, It's pretty intuitive, pretty cool. We'll just open it up right now. So here we go, just go to the keyboard. And we can see you can map each macro key to a functionality. It's pretty cool. It's pretty standard, it's what you'd expect. And of course you can map for whichever layer you want as well. So that's pretty cool. So you can choose your macros and your custom actions over here. The software is pretty intuitive. So you can change the settings. You can change how bright you want the keys to be. You can do that on the keyboard as well. It's pretty cool. Polling rate, pretty good to leave it at 1000 Hertz. And you can change your keyboard layout if you want. Another cool thing is the statistics feature. So you can find out how many times you press any number of keys in a certain amount of time by pressing the start button here. Personally, I haven't used it, but I'm sure for people who are very keen on statistics, it may come in very handy. One small gripe, the caps key, it's not indented just near the A, so I'm finding myself hitting both the caps and the A key quite often. So personally, I wish they indented just that part of the caps key there, so that you wouldn't end up pressing both the caps and the A key at the same bloody time. I do have one other bit of a gripe with the keyboard, is the build quality. Personally, I think it could be better for spending roughly $80 on this keyboard. You can see that there's a little bit of flex, so if we go ahead and press, don't know if you can hear that, but there's a bit of creaking in the chassis. And if I just quickly lay this down here, and if I lift up the keyboard, you can so if I start rotating it and start twisting the ends to each other, you can hear a little bit of flex. Overall, I think the quality is alright though. That's in certain extreme circumstances. With the accessory package, it's fairly basic. So you get it in a lovely black box. As you can see, it's a very basic accessory package. Get a SteelSeries sticker and a quick start guide, which no one is going to use, and a couple of extra rubber feet, so you can actually change the height of your keyboard. I'm currently using the extended ones. That's pretty neat addition from SteelSeries. Overall, I feel like SteelSeries have done a pretty good job for a membrane key set. The keys are good and provide some good response. But obviously you get what you pay for, so it's a membrane key set, so you're not going to get some amazing quality. Overall, I really liked it. There's a few niggles here and there. I forgot to mention actually, the wrist rest is pretty freaking small. If I place my palm there, my hands go to the edge of the board, as you can see. So I personally feel that you either give a full-fledged wrist rest or you get rid of it completely. Don't give us a half-baked one, mate. Overall, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the review. It's a pretty big keyboard, takes up a decent chunk of your desk space, but overall I feel like they've done a pretty good job and hit the lower end budget market. See you later, mates.